Welcome to Season 3 of Rush of Fear podcast, where we chat all things Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Orlando's premier scare event. Tonight, for Episode 2, we will continue our HHN History lesson by looking at Halloween Horror Nights 6, Journey into Fear. So now, let the mayhem begin.
What a rush of fear.
Hello, everybody. Happy February. Happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate, and happy normal day to all who don't. As tomorrow is Valentine's Day as you are listening to this show. Happy February 13th. I myself will be Valentine free. And how about you, any of our co-hosts? Maddie, you have a Valentine. I'm the only one. No, it's not. It's just a fact.
It's a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You both have Valentines.
I'm married, and it's still just a day. So
yeah, sure. Yeah.
I am in a long distance relationship, so it is also just a day.
There we go.
Yeah.
Maddie, you and I can spend Valentine's Day together.
Oh my gosh, we can. What day of the week is Valentine's Day?
Tuesday, I think.
Okay.
you guys should have a little Mardi Gras date.
It is. Yeah. It's tomorrow,
Mardi
of
Gras.
course, Tuesday. And
Yes.
yeah, that works for me.
Yeah. Works for me too. Let's do it. I
Hi,
haven't been to
I'm
Mardi Gras
Michelle.
yet.
I'm Michelle, by the way, guys. I'm a
This is
co-host with
me.
Kevin.
I'm Kenneth. Maddie, introduce yourself or say hello.
Hi, I'm Maddie. Nice
Michelle, say hello
Hello.
to the nice people in their cars or at work or on the treadmill. I don't know.
to meet you. True.
And we are here. We're the hosts of Rush of Fear. If you don't know us, that's what this is. And I'm very distracted. I got a new guitar in the mail today, and I'm very excited about it. And it's just sitting behind me, just asking to be played.
It's taunting you.
It is.
Ah.
I keep looking at it back there. It's very nice.
How come you don't play intro music, dude?
What?
Like, you should be playing live intro music for us every episode.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of audio. I'm not an audio engineer. I merely play the guitar. I would barely call myself a musician. When people try to talk like technical,
Whatever.
no, this is what I mean. Like, I know how to play it, and that's all.
Well, even if you
try
don't
to-
hook it up to the recorder, just play it into the microphone.
That would sound so bad. It's a little electric guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
only
a guitar.
Yeah. Only
I
acoustic
could play
guitars.
some acoustic. Maybe next time. Maybe we'll put a break in the thing, and I'll grab the acoustic and we'll do something.
Like some nice elevator music or something. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. Okay, I can play the Halloween theme. Do 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 do.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Kenneth.
That'd be pretty cool.
Anyway, we are here. We're back. We do episodes on the 13th, and so happy 13th, everyone. We are back.
Yay.
Happy season 3. Happy 2023. We are still very light on information about this year's Halloween Horror Nights, but that's okay because we can look into the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Sure
Maddie,
can. Hi.
what are we doing today?
Yeah. Today we're talking about HHN. Specifically, HHN.
Unusual.
So crazy, right?
Yeah.
But on the HHN podcast, we're talking about Hollow Scream, actually. No, but today we're going to be talking about HHN 6 or HHN 1996. Undesignated, unsure. We don't know. It was in the past. I was 1 year old. None of us went to this event this year. But the Crypt Keeper was there, and he had his own house, just like last year, I believe. It's been a while since 1995, since that episode. But he had a house, and that is cool. Anyways, this year, since we're talking about Mardi Gras, I guess this works out well. This year also had a Mardi Gras-style parade. It went through the streets. It was very fun, I would assume. Once again, I was not there. It was happening over in Universal Studios Florida for 15 nights from October 11th 11th through November 2nd. I think this is the first one that has gone into November.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe?
Perhaps.
Potentially. I think so.
We don't have the dates up for the previous years, so I don't know. I don't remember what happened those other years.
I could be a
That was so
complete
long ago.
liar. So long. Like June or July, I think we were just talking about.
So much has happened since June or July. So
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. Yikes. So October 11th through November 2nd, 15 whole nights, held from 7 p.m. to 12 p.m. and a single
actually 12
night.
a.m.
Oh, yeah, 12 a.m.
They would go into noon the next day.
I mean, I'm here
Noon.
for it, but I'm assuming that meant a.m.
I think that was supposed to be a.m. Past me didn't know how to write episode scripts, apparently.
2023, Maddie knows how to spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she totally does.
This script was written by 1996 Maddie. She don't know anything.
She don't know
She was
anything. I was 1 year old. I was just a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Off the rails, and we're only 6 minutes in. And to finish off my last little bit here, a single night admission ticket would run you about $38 plus tax.
Wow.
Ouch. That is how much I put into my gas tank the other day.
Yeah. I'm curious to see the adjustment for inflation though. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to calculate this. $38 with inflation 1996 to today. What does that equal?
Kenneth.
I'll be back.
You figured that out while we discuss this Mardi Gras parade.
Yes.
So they had a Mardi Gras parade during HHN?
Yeah, I guess so. I think
Interesting.
It was
I've heard
like
of
Mardi
this.
Gras, but it wasn't Mardi Gras,
Mardi
but it
Gras
was,
style.
yes.
I'm assuming just like different floats. While Kenneth is Googling that, I am also going to Google HHN 6 Mardi Gras parade. Actually, just HHN 6 parade. La 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 la. Images. Let's see. Oh.
Hold on. I'm going to look too.
This is, yeah. Ooh, I like it. The Death March, the final procession. It's got a little bit of everything. I see some Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead stuff.
I have the results.
Okay, what are the results, Kenneth?
Okay. Something that cost $38 in 1996 today would cost $70.88. So still very inexpensive.
Yeah, comparatively.
Comparatively, like that's like half the price. No, it's not, but it's still like, $70 is pretty good for HHN.
Some nights that's half the price.
Very good.
Yeah.
True.
All right.
That
parade looks kind of cool, dude.
Yeah, I'm looking at, for some reason, the pictures that are coming up are from WDW News Today. But there's sketches of each one of these parade floats, and they are gorgeous. They look like Mardi Gras parade floats. Like, they look like the ones that they change out every year. And they're absolutely beautiful. I'm going to save them and post them to the Instagram when this episode gets posted so that y'all can kind of see what we're looking at as you listen. But yeah, it's beautiful. There was a vampire float. There was a medieval parade float. There was, that's the same picture, a cemetery float. Lots of Day of the Dead style makeup and masks and neon lighting. This is really cool. Yeah.
Very cool. I think we should have a parade nowadays.
I do too. That would be fun.
It would be.
It would be fun.
Instead of beads, they can throw out like guts or something. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun.
Just throwing out meat.
Yes. Body parts.
Yeah. Meat is body parts.
Yeah.
True.
My dad always loves to tell the story of one time we went to some restaurant when I was little, and like, I think it might have been like an Argentinian restaurant. So a lot of the things are like basically just the name of a part of the animal, like this is head, this is leg, whatever. And he loves to remind me of the one time we went to a restaurant and I said, all this restaurant has is body parts.
That's perfect.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, the event contained 3 whole houses. Woo.
What?
Guys, calm down. Slow down, guys.
I don't know if I could get through all of them in one night.
Too many.
Yes. Crypt Keeper's Studio Tour of Terror. Man, Universal's been coming up with these long-ass names for a long time, haven't they? God. Crypt Keeper's Studio Tour of Terror. And that was in the Jaws queue. The Crypt Keeper is your host through a studio filled with monsters and ghouls alike.
Now, I wonder if this was pretty much like creatures from Tales from the Crypt, or is it kind of just general monsters and stuff from movies, or TV shows? I hope it was a Tales from the Crypt.
I mean, it would make sense for it to be from Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah. That would be cool. That would make this one of the... Well, no. The first IP house was People Under the Stairs. But this is an early IP tie-in. If it is based on the show and it's not just hosted by the Crypt Keeper from the show.
Through a studio filled with monsters and ghouls alike. That's interesting.
Yeah. Sounds like we're on the set.
Yeah. Interesting that they would use the Jaws queue instead of an actual...
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
When they had actual studios they could have used.
And then in the sound stages they built one that's based on like a fishing lodge.
That makes great sense. All right. Next we have Toy Hell, Nightmare at the Scream Factory.
That name's a little longer for you.
Yeah, they all are, dude. Don't get it. Explore an abandoned toy factory with an evil secret. The toys are alive and in no mood for company. And this was located at Nazerman's. That sounds kind of cool. I don't think it would be scary, but it sounds kind of cool.
Oh, I think it would be very scary.
Really?
Toys?
Yeah,
haunted
creepy toys.
Ugh. But not like Chucky style haunted toy, like actual like haunted dolls and like, I don't know.
Porcelain dolls and ventriloquist dummies and that clapping monkey, like all that kind of stuff.
Clapping monkeys. Icky. They're inherently scary for absolutely no reason other than the fact that it is a horror trope,
Right.
Yeah. See, my favorite horror series are Annabelle and The Conjuring. So I love the whole idea of haunted objects.
Okay.
I think that sounds really cool.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like it would be fun, probably.
Yeah. And then next we have Universal's new House of Horrors. It's not the original House of Horrors. It's the new House of Horrors.
One.
I bet it took them a long time to come up with that title.
This isn't your grandma's House of Horrors. This is a new House of Horrors.
Visit this most uncommon wax museum where a lightning strike has had an electrifying effect on 2 new exhibits, Universal Classic Monsters and Real Life Horrors. Okay, I have a logistical problem with this.
Okay.
If lightning struck a wax figure, wouldn't it just melt?
Well, it struck the museum, not the figures.
Well, wouldn't it need to strike the actual figures to make them come to life?
You're thinking too much into this, Michelle.
No, I'm not. This is the kind of thought that needs to go into Halloween Horror Nights, in my opinion, which is why I should be hired.
Well, here's the thing. This doesn't say what the electrifying effect was. Maybe they did all just melt. And we're just walking through a room full of puddles of wax.
I mean,
spooky.
like a wax museum come to life sounds cool, but the lightning strike, I think, is
Also spooky.
Is weird.
From the website HalloweenHorrorNights.fandom.com, it says, like the previous house, the haunted house was split into 2. However, instead of both sides being themed to the Universal Classic Monsters, one side was themed to the Universal Classic Monsters, and the other side was based on real-life horror stories. Although some sources say a few modern monsters were in there too. So
I wonder
who was
what
in there?
Yeah, I wonder if it's like those, you know.
Here it
Oh,
is.
oh, wow.
I got
Okay.
it. So much information on this website here. I see Lizzie Borden. She is a classic.
Okay.
So guests will travel through the Borden bedroom with mutilated corpses of Lizzie Borden's parents. As the guests left the room, Borden herself would burst out of the closet wielding a bloody axe. A Jack the Ripper room was also featured in the Real Life Horrors house. In the real life monster side, there was also allegedly appearances from Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers. Another room was an Egyptian tomb with two men uncovering a sarcophagus containing a mummy. The classic monster side was reportedly the same as the one from the previous year. One of the final rooms contained a dipping room where guests go to feel what it's like to become a wax statue.
Whoa.
A Frankenstein room appeared in which Frankenstein could be seen strapped to a table before lurching out at guests. Additionally, there was a scene with a ghost floating up ahead with the lines of curtained windows and a full moon outside. Yeah.
What is
listed Lizzie Borden, Jack the Ripper, the Mummy, Archaeologist, Frankenstein, Dracula, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Quasimodo, the Phantom, the Wolfman, Freddy Krueger, Jason, and Michael Myers. What was your question?
What does it have for the details on the Crypt Keeper's studio tour of terror?
Yeah.
Does it say? What kinds of creatures are there? Monsters and ghouls? Also, while you're looking for that, I think it's interesting. I was wondering what kinds of real life horrors you would be able to include in something like this. But like, I always forget Jack the Ripper was a real person.
Right. It seems like that would be super controversial.
Yeah, nowadays, you would, like you wouldn't want to do like Jeffrey Dahmer and like, who was the person, the Manson?
Charles Manson.
Yeah, Charles Manson, like that kind of stuff. Like those are real life horrors, but like you wouldn't want to include them in something like this. Like that's so
because
insane.
today that's considered glorifying them.
Right,
so
exactly.
It's so crazy how times have changed so much in a fairly short amount of time.
When was the Lizzie Borden incident? When did that happen?
Ooh, Lizzie Borden, that was
a long time ago.
I want to say like the 1800s or early 1900s. Lizzie,
okay, so that's long enough ago that it's like
August 4th, 1892.
Yeah.
Okay.
Massachusetts. All right, the Crypt Keeper. Let's see. The Haunted House. Essentially a tour of a movie studio where the guests were scared by various scare actors dressed as monsters and maniacs. The Rat Lady allegedly appeared in this house inside of a wall. The psycho shower scene was said to have appeared in the house, as well as an electricity room with a worker getting shocked. From the story, it can be assumed that many famous horror movie scenes were in this house. There was a room dressed like a castle with a dragon head and a large bone, as well as a ghoulish zombie in a cage. There were also rooms with jack-o'-lanterns, and in the room with kids singing Trick or Treat. Creepy. Rat Lady. She's back.
I miss the Rat Lady. I wish she would come back again.
I would love to see her in person. I think it would be so cool.
Me too.
Yeah.
And then for our toy factory, Toy in Hell, Nightmare in the Scream Factory. According to the map, guests seem to enter this house at the entrance to Sting Alley across the street from the Confrontation ride. Wow, throwback. Next to the entrance to the house, it was boarded up wall with a glowing red light inside. Little is known about the contents of this house, but a leaked concept page revealed that there was a cobbling room in which the guests would hear a surgeon's saw cutting through bones and the screams of the person it was used on. Oh, that was a weird sentence. The screams of the person it was used on. There we go. The room was filled with bloody human and toy parts, as well as buzz saws and other similar equipment. A mutilated corpse hung across one wall. And in a corner, a demonic clown was chopping up a hapless victim. Sad day. At this point, a strobe light would blind the guests and a bloody, shrieking creature would burst out of the corpse as they moved by. They would see a meat grinder painted as a clown car with the remains of another victim coming out of it as they continued to the next room. In one room, a scare actor hid under a pile of toys. The house allegedly had very low lighting. Another room featured a doll that would direct guests before a giant metal robot that would jump out on the left. Old man Nazarman would pop out himself a couple of times near the end as a loud siren noise played. Creepy. Scare actors listed is Killer Clown, Charlie the Evil Leprechaun, Baby Jane, Demonic Clown Victim, Chest Buster Thing, in quotations, Old Man Nazarman, and Toy Robot. And that's all I got.
Sounds interesting, I guess.
I know. Not too much on the toy part.
Right.
But, interesting.
Yeah.
A haunted house is a haunted house. If it gives you a spook and makes you scream, it's a haunted house.
Well, and we have to put it in context. Back then, they didn't have a whole lot of competition, and this was not as big of a craze as it is now. So
right.
I'm sure it was cool back then, kind of like Hammer Pants were in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Not really cool now, but back then.
Not the comparison that I was expecting. HHN 96 Hammer Pants.
Yes, we have our show title, people.
Oh my God, Jack, I love your hammer pants. Throwing it back.
Oh, man.
We had one scare zone this year. It was called Midway of the Bazaar, which is the same as what we've had before, right?
Yeah.
And this was in Amity. Beware the knife-wielding clowns and horrifying sideshow acts. Try your luck. And nothing.
Listen, I am just taking this from what Lee gave me. I am only as good as the man who gave it to me.
1-year-old Maddie got distracted when she was typing that part. So same scare zone as the previous years, where it was basically just a bunch of random sideshow acts, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it says on the website, the 1996 edition of the Midway of the Bazaar was reportedly very similar to the 1995 version. 1995 version, just to remind you, various skeletons appeared in the scare zone. There was a ringmaster and various pitch and kill games. Ooh, my ring just fell off my finger. It was so spooked by the Midway of the Bazaar that it said, gotta go by. Yeah, that's pretty much all that it says for here. After going through a few minor changes from 1996 to 1999. That's later on. We're not even going to talk about that yet. That is in 2000. They changed the name. But yeah, that's all I have on this website. It's the same pictures from before. So yeah, I'm assuming a lot of the same kind of individual little stages, different scare actors popping out at you. I see pictures of clowns per usual.
I have to say, I love that somebody at some point decided scare zones were much cooler than they'd been given credit for in the beginning, because scare zones are part of my favorite thing about current HHN.
Yeah. It seems like back then it was kind of like, okay, the scare zones are whatever. Like, put all of the attention in the houses, and like we'll just put the same people out in the street every year because like that's not what people are here to see, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
But now
it's just as important as the houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially for like, you know, locals or people who come a lot to the event, the scare zones are almost the main thing because the houses get so long, the lines, that like it kind of gets exhausting to think about like, oh my gosh, am I going to go wait in the, you know, even like a, 40-minute line feels like forever sometimes. But you can just go hang out in a scare zone, get some food, get a drink, and just like watch the show, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. And they grow and they change. Like you and I know that, like the scare actors form bonds with other scare actors, storylines get created, friendships get created. It's really, really cool. Even if you just go a couple of times, you definitely notice the changes within the scare zones. Scare actors get a lot more comfortable with what they're doing. They get better at it throughout the entire run. Sometimes like costumes change and set pieces change. Sometimes entire show pieces, like in the Zombieland scare zone, that show changed a couple of times.
Yeah.
Because they were learning as they were doing it. It's really fascinating. And I like the fact that scare zones have become such a big thing with our HHN. And you can definitely see that other haunts have kind of gotten a hold of that idea and also really focus on their scare zones. Because it's what's around you when you're not in line for a house. Like if you want to keep the thrill of a haunt going, the best way to do it is to fill your streets, which is as much as you possibly can. So I love it. I think it's great.
Very true.
And I'm excited to see the progression as we keep doing these episodes about HHN history to see like when that change actually does occur.
Yeah. When do they start putting more care into making storylines and unique experiences and more immersive experiences rather than just like, here's a bunch of scary people.
Yeah, because so far it seems like it's pretty much just whatever talent they can book. They just throw them in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm also interested to see the timeline of construction in the parks and how that affected the scare zones for that year. Like the year that they cut Amity and started construction for Diagon Alley, I mean, that cut out so much space. They lost a house area. They lost a huge area.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'll be excited to see like when a lot of that big construction started coming to Universal, how that changed kind of
how
where things were.
HHN.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for whenever we get over into Islands, I'm so excited to talk about that year as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What a fun year. We could maybe do like a commentary watch along of that Travel Channel special, The Art of the Scare.
Oh my gosh, we totally could.
That would be
really cool. We could do a live stream event if we can really like play our cards right. That would be cool.
That'd be awesome. Okay, we're gonna do that.
Wow. Okay, great. Awesome. Works for me.
Speaking of that Travel Channel show, there were 4 shows held at the event this year. Of course, the ever-present Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure was once again held on the Wild West stage. Party on with Bill and Ted as they come across the famous and infamous from pop culture of this year.
I'm pulling up to see who was in it this year. I got you, Kenneth. I'm on the game, the ball.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then while we're getting that, the Crypt Keepers Festival of the Dead parade. Crypt Keeper, he was the first HHN icon. He was hosting all this stuff. A horde of ghouls and monsters in a procession with floats and surprises. This took place along the designated parade route from New York through Production Central and through Hollywood.
Okay,
and also
so that must be the same parade that they were talking about, the Mardi Gras style parade.
Parade, yeah.
Also, the parade route used to not be a complete loop. Like it would go, I guess it would start in New York, but it would come through that that gate between the Mummy and Louis. It would go from there down, make a right, and then go down Production Central, down Hollywood, and then end in the Esoteric Gate where it starts now.
Like all of the parades at Disney.
Right, exactly.
They're not full loops. They start on one end and end at the other, and then meet back up at the original start point backstage.
Yeah, which the parades now, especially Mardi Gras and Holiday Parade, they're they like cut off so much of the park when they're happening. It's like, can I get over there? It's like, no, you can't. You have to wait for this like 25-minute parade to finish rolling by.
The holiday parade just gets longer and longer, I feel like. That's
it's
cool, though.
Long.
It's so long. It's so long, and it gets so gappy. Anyways, okay, talking about Bill and Ted. This year, for 1996, good Lord almighty, there were a lot of people. Okay, Bill S. Preston, and then in parentheses, Esquire.
Yeah.
You have Ted Theodore Logan, Mulder, Mulder.
Yeah. From the yes.
Okay. Scully.
Yep.
Also from the X-Files.
Great. Cigarette smoking man.
X-Files.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Terminator.
He's from The Terminator.
Great. The Crow.
Okay.
Okay. Snake Plissken.
Oh.
Snake Plissken.
I think that's the character from Escape from New York and Escape from LA. I could be wrong, but I think that's what that is.
T-1000.
Also Terminator.
Yeah. The other Terminator was T-800, and then this one is T-1000.
Yeah.
You have Catwoman.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You have Boba Fett.
Ooh, okay.
Will Smith.
Okay.
Oh, he's from Men in Black.
I think I've heard of that movie. I think I've seen it once or twice.
He's from the Oscars last year.
Oh,
dang. You have James Bond and Carrie Strug.
Okay.
Carrie Strug. So it says the show opened with a Mission Impossible like opening that explains how Bill and Ted and their phone booth were kidnapped and how, because of the time travel element, this case was an X-file. The tape then self-destructs and Mulder and Scully appear on stage. They search for the phone booth and the phone booth appears in a cloud of smoke. Bill and Ted come out along with the cigarette-smoking man and his henchmen. They were kidnapped by them on their way to a 70s Kiss concert. Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible drops from the ceiling. The Terminator, the Crow, and Snake Plissken all appear to help Bill and Ted. Gunfights ensue, and the cigarette-smoking man escapes in the phone booth. Bill and Ted call him back, and he comes back with T-1000, Catwoman, and Boba Fett. Will Smith from Independence Day comes and starts rapping. Sean Connery's James Bond saves the day, and in the end says, "Let's get ready to rock." The song and dance finale begins with the Stray Cats song, Rock This Town, followed by the Olympics theme. Carrie Strug comes out and does her routine and then breaks her leg. The Terminator then carries her away. Ethan Hunt comes out in a white dress shirt and underwear singing the song Old Time of Rock and Roll, the scene from the movie Risky Business. The cigarette-smoking man has a change of heart and returns the phone booth. Then they play Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss to close the show. Did I just do cocaine? Like, what just happened?
That sounds amazing.
What? We need
that
to
was.
call
I
up-
just saw like my high school freshman year flash before my eyes when you were reading that. That was like everything that happened when I was 14.
I was like... Oh my God. I want to know. We're going to call up Julie Zimmerman. And I just want to, like, Julie, what drugs were you on when you made these?
How did they make that work? But it made me miss Bill and Ted's so much because it's so ridiculous. But at the same time, like, it's hilarious.
Like, I have no words.
I miss it.
I have no words. The amount of money that I would pay, and I was not a Bill and Ted's person. Like, my first year going to the event was Bill and Ted's last year, so 27. And my sister and I just didn't make time for it, so we didn't go see it. So I obviously don't understand the hype. I don't have the same love for it that so many other people did. So I apologize. But the amount of money I would pay to see T-1000, Catwoman, and Boba Fett all step out of a phone booth.
Right. It's so ridiculous.
That's insane. That's insane.
So you never saw any Bill and Ted's?
No.
Yeah. So
I never
you
saw
definitely
any of them.
don't. You definitely don't get the appreciation for sure.
No, but this is so silly. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
silly.
So silly.
It was always a good time. Yeah, it's
It
just,
makes you. It always made me wonder, like, oh my God, how did they get away with that?
yeah. And that's, I think, why it kind of had to end, because it started to get harder and harder to get away with things when the event got so like high profile. You know what I mean?
The lawyers kept trying to make it. The lawyers finally won. Let's just put it that way.
The lawyers were ultimately, like, eventually were just like, guys, we have to stop doing the show. I need to sleep. I need to see my family. I have to go home.
You just have no idea, Maddie. It was so bad.
There's a whole thing of quotes from the show on this website. A lot of them are from Mulder and Scully. And you said they're from the X-Files?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that show, unfortunately.
It's fun.
And the cigarette smoking man, like that is his title for the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's always smoking a cigarette. Always.
Yeah.
Interesting. There's a quote here that says, "Yeah, and we were the opening act at a Kiss concert," from Ted.
Okay.
I don't know. That's all that it says.
That's great.
That sounds,
silly.
it must have been so fun to write these shows, and try to find ways to like shoehorn all these characters in to a thing that goes together kind of, but also if it doesn't make sense, it's like kind of okay. Because that's not what we're here to see.
Yeah.
We're
It just
here
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I so wish we still had Bill and Ted's after the Will Smith incident, because
Oh
that
my gosh.
for sure would have been in Bill and Ted's, and it would have been awful but hilarious at the same time.
Bill and Ted, to me, just kind of seems like a bad SNL skit.
Well, and by the end of the show, to be honest, it kind of was a bad SNL skit. Like, they would just do characters from SNL. Like, they had somebody doing, and like, I mean, like, this person did a great job. No shade or no, like, disrespect meant to any of the performers, but straight up, they just had someone doing an impression of Melissa McCarthy's impression of Sean Spicer. And I was like, what's the point of this? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
SNL already did this, and now you're doing an impression of their impression? Why?
Yeah, that's true.
They just started ripping off SNL stuff, and I was like, okay, this is kind of nearing the end of its time, I think.
Yeah.
Again, everyone was doing great work, but it was kind of like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. That's so interesting. Going back to the parade ran 2 to 3 times every night, reportedly had 5 floats, and scare actors threw coins and beads into the crowd. Scare actors of note: the Crypt Keeper, the Chainsaw Drill Team, Big Head Skeleton Stiltwalker.
Hold on. The idea of the Chainsaw Drill Team being part of a parade is so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Kind of like the Gravediggers for the Halloween parade at Magic. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
How
cool.
fun.
And then the Lord of Darkness. Oh, the parade opened with the Chainsaw Drill Team, Kenneth. Stillwalker scare actors were in between each float. One of them was a bare-chested man with a minotaur head and legs. Very interesting. Another one was the Lord of Darkness. One float had a woman tied down as a sacrifice. Another one had giant snake heads, fire blasted from the rooftops. There was a vampire float followed by a skeleton stiltwalker, a voodoo float. There was a float that was inspired by the Hellraiser movie. That's interesting. The Crypt Keeper was the Grand Marshal of the parade, and he was on the final float. He sat in his director's chair with a big microphone.
Nice.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah. I would travel in time to go back and see it. 100%.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I tried to find the video that you were talking about, and I couldn't find it. So definitely send it my way, and we'll share it. We'll share it so the listeners can see it too.
Yeah. What's next?
Next up, we got Tricks, Treats, and Trances. This was held on the Animal Actors stage. It says, come be a part of the hysterical fun with our Halloween hypnotist who will dabble with the deepest recesses of your subconscious. I loved when they used to have stuff like this at HHN, magic shows or hypnotists or mentalists. Like that was kind of going away at the point where I started going. So I saw some of these kinds of shows, and, you know, we'll get there when we get there. But I miss this kind of thing, and I would love to see this sort of thing come back.
Yeah.
I would too.
All that it says is there were 4 shows per night hosted by Cindy Lan, who combined traditional magic with hypnotism. According to an old list of attractions for HHN 6, the original show was going to be The Price is Fright, but it was replaced last minute for an unknown reason.
I still want The Price is Fright so bad. What I was going to say is, like, magicians and things like this are also the perfect thing to put in the Animal Actors stage, because they don't necessarily need a lot of like set, you know, like what they're doing is not really, you don't have to put a lot of budget into the set for it and changing the stage. They can do a magic show on the Animal Actors stage and it's fine, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And then that way they can still do Animal Actors during the day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
One day we'll get it back. It would be a good people eater to have another show.
It's a big stadium.
We always say it. And who's to say what's going to happen this year? I wonder if they're going to bring Nightmare Fuel back to
true.
To that stage. I don't know.
To what stage? To Animal Actors?
No. to Fear Factor.
Oh, yeah, okay. And finally, we've got Welcome to My Nightmare. It says rock out in Hollywood to a command performance. Watch as rock celebrities rock their heart out or get hung out to dry, literally. What does that mean?
All that it says, the show was a rock and roll concert featuring rock and roll cover bands such as Alice Cooper, Kiss, and Black Sabbath. It was hosted by The Devil.
Okay.
And included sacrificial public executions.
Nice.
Okay.
That's all that there is, though. That is literally it.
This needs to be Pangolin's next Halloween theme. Welcome to My Nightmare.
Welcome to My Nightmare is already Alice Cooper's thing. We can't do that. That's the name of one of his albums.
Inspired by.
And he had a haunted house at Horror Nights called that.
He did. That is true.
So we cannot do that, but we could have the devil host one of our shows.
And sacrifice audience members?
Yeah, sure.
I'll volunteer for that job.
Sacrifice.
I would love to see something like Gwar at Horror Nights. Do you know about Gwar?
No, what is that?
Oh, I don't know enough about it to really describe it. It is a band, very art, like performance art kind of band. They're wearing really elaborate costumes. They're like not even supposedly like the character story of the band is that they're like aliens or something. There's a lot of like sacrifices on stage during their shows. They spray a lot of like red water out into the audience as blood. And like the people in the front of the crowd at Gwar shows get soaked, and it's like a thing to go wearing white so that you can see how wet and like gross you got when you're leaving.
I would love to do that.
But it feels like something that could be at HHN, but it'd have to be in the right place. You know, like you couldn't do that. It would have to be like at the Music Plaza stage or that Hollywood stage, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other things have been at the Mel's stage, and I know kind of it would be a dream for you guys to do a pangolin show there for HHN. And I just wish that they would use that space, because that middle area is so dead.
It is.
It's such a dead zone.
And it's tricky now with the Lagoon show, because I think that's the thing is they can't really put that stage there because it would get in the way of the entrance for the Lagoon show.
Yeah. But
Not
even
really, though, because there's not really like any kind of bottlenecking going on for the Lagoon show for Central Park.
if it was where I think the stage you're talking about, Kenneth, is the one for HHN 27 where Academy of Villains performed.
Yeah, and where the Carnival of Carnage was,
Yeah,
where
but what if they
Rock the Universe
shifted it
goes.
to like, you remember during COVID when the mystery gang would come out and stand on that little tiered stage where the cars are at Mel's?
Yeah, they moved the cars away.
Oh, yeah.
What if they move the cars away and just make a little, like, not a huge stage, but just like a little stage there and just have something going on every so often? Because it's like a little car park, right? Where the merchandise carts are. Nothing ever happens there. I know last year they had like the roaming chainsaws in the street over there for a little bit. But other than that, that area is just such a dead space, like right in front of the horror makeup show.
Yeah, that's true. I could see them doing like, okay, so that at Rock the Universe, they have a little like Coca-Cola stage in New York, and it's like pretty small. They could put a stage like that there maybe and do something. I don't know.
It would add just something else.
I have some ideas.
That whole corner in there is just like nothing is going on back in there at all.
Yeah.
I mean, hold on, but you're talking about like the area between the Hollywood Scare Zone and the Central Park Scare Zone and the Lagoon show. There doesn't need to be something packed into every inch of this of the event.
Yes,
But there could be.
Hack it. So one of the very first year that I went, which was 25, we ate our dinner at Mel's, and there were scare actors coming up to the windows while we were eating and scaring people, and it was fabulous. So there was like a roaming horde of scare actors in that area, and it really made a big difference in just the environment. So it didn't feel like a, pun not intended, dead zone.
Pun definitely intended.
But like, I don't know. It doesn't have to be a whole orchestration, but that is definitely an area that you could put something, and it doesn't have to be a lot. You could put Pangolin there. We're just trying to help you out, Kenneth.
I'll go anywhere they'll let us go. You know, we'll play in the Hello Kitty store if they want us to.
I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
They could
Just
put you
let
up
us
on
go.
the.
Let
They
us-
could put you up on the balcony above Fallon. That'd be cool too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
You can't say, I mean, I'll even go in the coolest place ever. Like, I don't care. You know?
That'd be awesome. Can you imagine having a crowd of people down below you? Whoa, that'd be sweet.
Y'all
That
could
would
just
be
play
so scary.
like
Wait, we're up there like the Beatles on the roof.
Yes.
Y'all could just do Music Plaza and do an ongoing concert for everyone standing in line for whatever house that is.
That's my biggest thing is like, I wish that they could find somewhere else to put the cues so that they could use the Music Plaza for something during the event.
It would be fun.
But that queue is so
HHN
huge.
concert series.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, okay, does that website you're looking at, does it say where this Welcome to My Nightmare show was?
It said Mel's in front of Mel's.
Okay, so maybe it was either that Hollywood stage, like where Carnival was, or maybe it was on that little stage like you're talking about that's like right in that little Mel's parking lot.
Yeah. I just closed it out. There were only a couple of photos. It looks like, it actually does look like it was the big stage like Academy of Villains used.
Yeah.
But I know that there was something a couple years, because this has really big set pieces. I don't remember if it was 95 or 94, but there was a small concert that happened. It was like a rock concert, and it was on the stage in front of Mel's Diner, but like where the cars were parked. Because I could see the restaurant in the background of the photos.
Wasn't that, I think that was the one from 95 with the, there was some cover band. The Lizzie Borden band is a real band, right?
I think we found out that they were a real band, yeah. But I think
there
that
was some
is
band that we were looking at.
Yeah, I think that's who it was. I do love that they were hosted by the devil, though. That is very funny.
Yeah, that's very silly.
I just keep thinking of that TikTok audio where it's like, I'm the devil from the Bible. I don't know why, but that's just where my head goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, HHN 6, 1996.
That's it.
It's growing a little bit by bit.
Bit
And
by
I have
bit.
a feeling they're going to do it again the next year.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane. Growth?
If I was going to go out on a limb.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Maybe. Stay tuned. Keep coming back for more.
That's a cliffhanger on the end of this episode.
Will it come back? I don't know.
Will they do HHN in 1997?
You could definitely do your own research. However, I know that we're more entertaining than just reading things on Google. So,
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Oh my God. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you to HHN Legacy and horrornights.fandom.com for all of our lovely information that we definitely researched ahead of time and didn't just look it up while we were also talking about the episode. Thank you for that. And thank you to you all, the audience, for listening every single month. We really do appreciate it. And we will eventually, in a couple months, see you soon in the fog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Until next month, for more content, be sure to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/rushoffear and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at rushoffearpod.
Yeah. For more general Universal Orlando Resort news, check out our friends and UOP network hosts over at the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, wherever podcasts can be found. And of course, for all your travel needs, especially HHN, reach out to me, your sponsor, Portkey Vacations. You can find my website at portkeyvacations.com. Just click on the Portkey and submit your no obligation quote request to begin planning your next magical vacation. And also be sure to check out Kenneth's band, Pangolin, which we plugged a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
Everywhere you listen to music online, and follow them on social media at PangolinFL. And follow the UUOP on TikTok at UUOPod, where you'll find Maddie creating weird, wacky videos ever so often.
Yeah. And that's UUOPod, not WOPod, right?
UUOPod.
Yeah. 2 U's, not 1 W. It's confusing. Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone. The podcast has come to an end. Now, get out.
Feet don't fail me now. Feet
Now, before you
don't
stop
fail me
recording, do you want me to grab my acoustic and play a little Halloween?
Yes.
Yes.
Do it.
Okay, I have to take my headphones off. I'll be right back.
So that sounds good.
Ooh, okay, hold on. We can maybe do this. Real fancy.
We are being serenaded.
I know. I'm kind of loving it. I love acoustic guitar.
This is all improvised, guys. So
Yay!
Anyway, okay. Yeah, that's it.
I love it.
I'm stopping the recording now.